Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the United Way. United bounced back after beating Real Betis in the Europa League round of 16 by 4 goals to 1. Goals from Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Weghorst, and Anthony. Uh, Good goals, good goals. I think that's the perfect response, isn't it? To that 7-0 loss against Liverpool, 4-1. Couldn't ask for anything more. Uh, I I went 3-1. But listen, as I said, I'll take a win. Doesn't matter how it comes. And 4-1. To be honest with you, I felt like we could have beaten them by more. We could have beat them by more than 4 goals to 1. We had a lot of chances in the first half. Well, first half we kind of let Betis back into the game a bit. To be honest, we let Betis kind of back into the game a bit. They got that goal, handball or not. They got that goal. When I think back, when I seen the Real Betis goal back, I thought it was a handball. But listen, that's behind us now, and would it be safe to say tie over? I don't want to jinx that, but if we can go, if we go there next week and slip up a 3-0, a 3-goal lead, I'd be disappointed to say the least. But listen, we get the win. Listen, as I said, we had a good start. I thought, all right, I'm enjoying this. We could beat them. We should do the job on theirs, but we did do the job on theirs. And then, first 20 minutes we were good, and then they just settled into the game more. And we just kind of, I wouldn't say we lost our mojo. Like, we just kind of were all over the place, to be honest. And then obviously half time came. Ten Hag brought Wan-Bissaka on, took off the low. Half-time sub. Wan-Bissaka did well. I thought, the way the low was performing before the World Cup came along, I thought there'd be no way for Wan-Bissaka to come back into the team. But the way Wan-Bissaka is performing, the law will have to up his game if he wants to. The law will have to up his game if he wants to be playing at right back. So again, we know with Ten Hag, when we make subs, we're fun to score. Don't get me wrong, the subs he made were good subs, to be fair. The subs Ten Hag made were good subs. We brought Palestra McTominay on when the game was done, to be fair, but it was good. Weghorst had two chances in the foot. He scored one, which he actually did score, Weghorst, but was offside. And it was offside. Fred kind of put the ball in, and Fred was offside. Weghorst wasn't, but Fred was, so that was disallowed. Then he had another chance, and hit his boot, hit his foot, and then it just went over the bar. So he did have his chances, on fairness to Weghorst. Didn't take them well, and obviously, that goal he got, I think it was Palestri, McCombie hit it, keeper saved, and then Weghorst just went there for the rebound. Boom. Goal. Got a second goal that's the second goal for Manchester United since joining in the summer. He's at the club, 2 months now? And he's only got 2 goals. Could be better, but listen, some people say his distribution isn't bad. Obviously before the game, the half time, a lot of people are going, is this, is that 7-0 loss against Liverpool still? Is it still there? Are the players still affected by that? And to be honest with you, in the first half, it looked like they were. And then that second half, Ten Hag kind of just looked like, listen, lads, you are playing, not playing rubbish, but you aren't playing well. And if you keep playing like this, we're going to lose again. Something along the lines of that, like, come on, lads, up your game. Like, don't be still sulking. You know what I mean? And then again, he made that sub. And that's the thing I like about Ten Hag. And I'll always say about Ten Hag. If he does say if there's a player not playing well and he knows, right, that's not working, he'll act on it. He won't wait. He'll act on it there and then. Take Sunday out of it. Just take Sunday out of it. But he'll act on it there and then. Which I like about Ten Hag, because if you look at our recent managers post Fergie, obviously, they acted too slow, and we went and lost the game or whatever. So again, I enjoyed that game, to be fair, and I hope we can only get better, can't we? Since that 7-0 loss. And again, what's next on the agenda? What is next on the agenda? We have Southampton on Sunday. I am looking forward to that game more now. I mean, if we lost, I probably would be sitting here and going, okay, maybe. But then listen, the first half I thought, listen, this is not going to be an exciting post match. I actually said that this is not going to be an exciting post match, and we managed to come out the second half out of the blocks. Give me literally 2 seconds. And we managed literally to come out of the blocks in that second half, and that should fill us with confidence. That should fill the players with confidence. It wasn't one of those. We just about won that game, didn't we? None of that stuff. Far from it. And as I said, I felt like we could have beaten them by more. I really, really think we could have beaten them by more than bloody. Well, we beat them 4-1. It could have been 5-1, 6-1. I'm being brutally honest with you. I felt like we could have beat them by more. And listen, beating them by what we beat them by was enough for me. It was enough to fill me with confidence. I was confident before the game. It was just about how the question was before the match was, right, how will these players act? What's the story here? How are these players going to act? Are they going to go in with a head on them, looking like they've had to having a few drinks, big head on them, like, is the confidence going to be low? Are the crowd just going to be like, fucking hell, this again? No, the crowd are behind them from minute 1 to minute 90. And again, they replied, and it needed a reply. And also, Bruno Fernandes scored. I said he was going to score. I'm glad he scored. And that's why he's my captain. Look at what Bruno did today. That's why he's my captain. Didn't put a foot wrong. Bruno just did well for me. He was everywhere. And yeah, again, Bruno has one bad game on Sunday and people are jumping on top of him. Watch those people who are hating on Bruno jump back on the I like Bruno train. Just watch. I swear to you now, just watch people jump back on to that I actually do like Bruno train. Trust me, I back Bruno. I made a video on him. And yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you back Bruno or are you like, yeah, listen, my opinions on Bruno aren't going to change. I like that because me, I've always liked Bruno. Again, Bruno can be a bit of a moan, but I still like Bruno. So, I want to talk about De Gea's distribution, to be fair. He had a bad night, didn't he? Every time he passed the ball back to him in the second half, the Real Betis fans in the away end, where De Gea was in the second half, obviously, they were just booing him. Because they knew that was their only chance to score. Just give back to De Gea and then press him. And again, was a bollocking needed? Did Ten Hag have to give him a bit of a bollocking at half time? I said it. I says De Gea needs a bollocking. I said it. I says he's just not having a good game. Everyone was saying it. De Gea is not having a good game. De Gea is poor. And De Gea was not having a good game. He was having a poor game for me. And I thought, this is going to be a very long night. And no. Didn't get the ball back to him. Let's be honest, we weren't in a hurry to give the ball back to him. When we did, then they were starting to press because the hell was kind of like, oh shit, where do I go? The defenders were getting in the right positions, but the hell was like, what the hell do I do? Like there was a chance where in the first half where the hell just gave it straight out. I think it was Casemiro, and then it literally passed Casemiro and went to the Real Betis player, and then he didn't score from luckily enough, but they built on it, and that's hopefully that's one thing De Gea improves on, is distribution. Now I can see how people are kind of like, I don't want De Gea. I like De Gea, but if he keeps making mistakes like that, Ten Hag really is going to ship him off, and I don't think he'll get a contract extension. And then obviously there was a chance where I think the low now he headed it back to him. De Gea had no choice but to kind of, he could have volleyed it away, but we made it awkward for ourselves. So, and yeah, he just kept giving the ball away, and I'm surprised Ten Hag didn't actually go mad at him on the pitch. And again, I'd love to know what the message was to himself, to De Gea and defenders at half time. And Anthony, Didn't have a bad game, to be fair. Again, Anthony had one of those hot and cold nights, Sydney, where he was good and he was bad, but he was more good. He was more good than bad tonight, to be fair. And again, if he can only up his game, because knowing Anthony, he'll have a poor game against Southampton. It'd be a typical thing for Anthony to do. So I hope he doesn't have the. I hope he can maybe improve from that performance and a bit of confidence from him. He scored a goal. He likes scoring on European nights. He really likes scoring on European nights. And yeah, I mean, the first half, you could say we did lack a bit of confidence. We had a fast start. We got an early goal, and I thought, lovely stuff. Rashford, good goal, back in there. Easy stuff. Back to winning ways, back to scoring ways for Marcus Rashford, if you want to say. So again, Rashford is well, he's unstoppable at the moment. I mean, I'm sure Betis were just try and tightly mark Rashford, because that if you let him away, he'll just tear us apart. And he nearly did that, in fairness to him. He nearly did that. But again, confidence in the first half wasn't too bad, but again, it wasn't the best, so we added on to that and we improved the second half. And again, we always play better in the second half, but I would like us, for a change, to have a good first and second half, not just bad first half, good second half. I'd like it both ways. And I mean, well, so I literally wrote stuff down to talk about. So we have basically, we talked about the Anthony goal. It was a good goal. Tucked it in on his left foot. Again, I'd like that right foot to be. I would like him to kind of, use his right foot, but again, he has a good left foot, in fairness too. The Bruno goal from the corner was good. Bruno doesn't score much from corners. He's always the one taking the corners, not receiving them. So he had a good corner. I mean, I know it was kind of in the first half. It went like a 4-2-3-1, and then a 4-1-4-1. I noticed it was kind of like Casemiro was the DM, and then it was Rashford, Fred, Bruno, and Anthony, and then obviously Weghorst. So it kind of went from 4-1-4-1, but it was kind of 4-1-4-1, 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1, 4-2-3-1, kind of like that. And again, we always seem to do that in our previous games. You've kind of 4-2-3-1. We kind of change formation. I would just change players. Like, say you put Weghorst in the 10 and Bruno on the right, and Rashford striker, and then maybe have Anthony. Oh no, you'd have probably Bruno on the left, Anthony on the right, Weghorst in the 10, and then Rashford. But we didn't do that tonight. So, but then Bruno was on the wings a good bit of time, a good few times as well. So, it was kind of for a little amount of time that we kind of did that, but not all the time. And again, I think Ten Hag has learned a lot since that Liverpool game about the squad. Just got to show one game can learn you a lot of things. I mean, I thought Bruno had a good game tonight as well. He's kind of shut the haters up, if you want to call it, which is always nice to see a player do. And again, it's always nice to see a player score and have a good game after basically the week he's had. So, again, he acted like a captain. He did well. Didn't put a foot wrong for me. And basically kept to himself, but he did well, in fairness to him. So, I had a good game. And again, the confidence slowly started to creep back in, especially when Anthony got that goal. So, confidence creep back in. Whatever Ten Hag says to these group of players at half time, it works every time. Well, except for the game against Liverpool, but it works every time. And again, this is what I like about Ten Hag. He's not going to sit down half time and say, yeah, it wasn't bad for first half. Yeah, okay. Just go out and play well. No, none of that. He goes out and he hits them hard. And that's what I like. Obviously, when I mean he hits them hard, with his voices, no one else. So it was always nice to see. We created a lot more, as I said. I felt like we could have beaten them by more than 3 goals. We could, I felt like we could have beaten them 5-1, 6-1, but 4-1, can't complain. And Wakehorse finally puts the ball in the back of the net. I mean, it was a simple goal, but he finally puts the ball in the back of the net, and hopefully that'll build confidence for him. Hopefully that game will throw the confidence back into every player, because we started to see the normal United, not the United we've seen on Sunday, the United we've seen before the game on Sunday, which is a good United. So yeah, build on top of it. And Ten Hag, you know about Ten Hag. He'll know, yeah, good game, but still improvements needed, and I'd love to see. I hope someone asks him about the question about De Gea and get his thoughts, because De Gea for me didn't have the greatest of game, and usually he'd be sitting here and saying, well, he didn't have much to do in the second half. De Gea, to be fair, but my God, he made trouble out the times he got the ball. Let's be real here. He made trouble. And I mean, Ten Hag made the subs, the low off arms that got on. That was a halftime substitution. Then he took Rashford off, brought Sancho on again. Not a bad sub. Shaw off, Malacia on, McTominay on, Fred off, Pellistri on, Anthony off. And I actually like Pellistri. I think he's a good little player, to be fair. I actually really like Facundo Pellistri. And yeah, I mean, listen, we're going to go through player ratings, stuff like that. I need to look for the player. Let us know your man the match as well. Let us know who you give him the match to. I think I know who I'm giving it to. Let's go through stats. Seymour. Not Seymour out of The Simpsons. Right. Manchester United. Boom. Okay, Seymour. Let me see more. Right. So, Manchester United had 12 shots on goal. Betis had 1 shot on goal. We had 23 shots. They had 3. 53% possession to United. To Real Betis. Is 47%. No red cards. 2 yellow cards. They had 0 yellow cards. 2 yellows for us. 0 for them. Casemiro didn't get a yellow card, luckily enough. I think who got the yellow card? Bruno, and was it Fred or Shaw? I don't know. But anyway, it wasn't Casemiro, so he'd be there for the second leg. 8 corner kicks, United. Betis, 3 corner kicks. 14 fouls, United. 6 fouls, Betis. 0 saves. We had 0 saves to make. They had 7 to make. 3 offsides to United. 2 offsides for Real Betis. So again, you can tell we were the better team. You can tell we deserved to win. And as I said, it is annoying me to say, but I felt like we could have beaten them by more. That's what's annoying me. But you know what? I'm not going to sit here and sound greedy. I probably sound like I am sounding greedy, but trust me. Where, if I was sitting here and say, yeah, it's better than sitting here and saying we beat them by, it was a draw. As I said, doesn't matter what we beat. I said it before the game, and I said it in the previous. It doesn't matter what game. It doesn't matter how much you beat them by. Just once we perform well, not scrape, just perform well. Commenting from Sinyomo Derek says, comfortable scoreline to take in the second leg. In the second half, we have seen again how the game opens up and Bruno plays in the middle. So many good chances created compared to the first half. Exactly. And that's what I kind of touched on. The first half, we created chances, but not many. I mean, we could have been better. It's like we were kind of rushing things. It's like we were kind of rushing a lot of things. Rush this, rush that. Like, do this. Like, take your time with the ball. And yeah, Bruno in the middle, much better, much better. And when you have Wakehorse in the 10, he's only there to press. He's not there to create. He's not going to see Rashford and go, right, there's Rashford, I'm going to hoof the ball up to him. He keeps it, and Bruno just bang. Bruno's good reader of the game. I really like Bruno. I've always liked Bruno. My captain. Uh, I mean, player ratings. I'm gonna give De Gea a 4. 4.5. Didn't think he had the greatest game. To be fair, could have been better. Uh, and um, and you know, distribution seems to be a problem, especially the way Ten Hag kind of wants to play. Luke Shaw, didn't think he did bad, so I'll give him a 5. Martinez is. I'm gonna get the Shaw 5.5. Martinez is 6.5. Same with 6.5 for Varane, and I'm gonna give a 4.5 to the low. Didn't think he had a good game, to be fair. Could have been better, but no, I'll give a 5 to the low. But no, 4.5, 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. Fred, thought Fred had a good game today. 7 to Fred, Casemiro. 6.5 to Fred. Yeah, no. 7 to Casemiro and Fred. Thought he had a good game. Rashford also got the goal, so I'll give him a 7. Anthony 7.5. I actually thought Anthony had a good game. People might hate me for that, but I thought Anthony had a good game. Whitehorse, well, we give him a 6 just because he got the goal. Anthony an 8, Bruno a 9. Oh no, Martinez. What did I say? Did I give Martinez one? 7.5 for Martinez. 7.5 for Martinez. 6 for Varane. Seriously. Anthony had a good game. 7.5 for Anthony. 8.5 for Bruno. And the subs, I give a 6 to Wan-Bissaka. And you know what? I'll give a 5 all around, even if he came on late. And my man of the match, Bruno Fernandes. He deserved it. Created a lot more. Did a lot more. Proper captain. Proving the haters wrong. Proving everyone wrong. And hopefully he can carry that into the next game and up his game. Because that'll fill him. It'll fill him and the players with confidence. He was the best player on the pitch. Even Ten Hag said it. Came up on my phone there. He said, I thought Bruno was the best player on the pitch. So Bruno, have a bow. My captain. Come on, United. But yeah, that has been the post-match review. United bounce back. Played them next week away in the second leg. I think it's a bit of an earlier kickoff, 5:45, 5:45. And not sure what's happening tomorrow, content-wise, but Saturday we'll have the preview for the Southampton game, and then Sunday will be the watch along. And follow all the socials, link in the description, and you can see the few of the socials on the little graphic there. There is more in the description and all that. If you want to see our website, it has to be updated, but bear with me. New exciting show coming on Monday. Looking forward to it. I'm actually not doing it. I really just like how the young lads play. Pelestri was gorgeous to watch. Yeah, I actually really like Facundo Pelestri. He's a good player. He's exciting, isn't he? He's very, very exciting. I like Pelestri. When Pelestri comes on, he's I think it's because he doesn't get as much game time, so when he comes on, you're like, wow, he is a good player. I like Pelestri. I really, really do. I really hope he has a future at this club. You have Amad Diallo, who's also out on loan. Hannibal Mejbri. I know we have other players out on loan. Menji and Shirley T-Ray and Chong and all that. Brandon Williams is even out on loan. Eaton Laird, there's exciting, but Garnacho, who didn't get game time today, but was he needed? Probably no. I think Ten Hag just want to get minutes in for Sancho because he didn't. Did he come on against Liverpool? God, I don't know. I just Liverpool game. I don't think back to it. But yeah, I like seeing the young players watch, and hopefully they'll have a future at this club because Ten Hag will definitely use the players that come back from loan in the preseason and see how they do. Because Pelestri played, and did he play in the preseason? Or was he injured? I think he did play, but he was injured. He got an injury. I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's been the post-match reaction. Thanks everybody for joining and joining for the watch along as well. Really appreciate it. That was exciting. Like, comment, hit that subscribe button, follow our socials. Please share YouTube around. Be much appreciated. As I said, big show coming on Monday. I'm actually not doing the show Monday. Someone else is. You'll find out on, when you find out. Tell you when you find out. Saturday. Thanks everybody for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe button. Like I said, follow our social, link in the description, and social, a few socials on the graphic. Thanks everybody for watching, and United bounce back. See you all in the next one. Come on, United.